Some breaking news coming in just now. Hamas has released the names of 4 Israeli hostages who were set to be released on Saturday. The 4 women have been held in Gaza for more than 15 months and are due to be the next group of hostages released in the first phase of the ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas. Israel has confirmed that it has received the list of hostages. We can speak about all this with our correspondent, Tanya Kramer. She has the very latest for us from Jerusalem. Tanya, tell us what else we know about the hostages expected to be released on Saturday.
Well, as you said, this is part of a procedure that has started now with when the ceasefire came into effect, that 24 hours before the hostages are supposed to be released, Hamas will submit the list of those hostages, and these are also part of the female hostages that will be released, 4 of them in exchange for Palestinians that are held in Israeli prisons now. We're expecting this release to take place on Saturday afternoon, just like last Sunday, where we've seen this this for the first time. Now, we heard from the Prime Minister's office that they confirmed that they have received the list, but we also understand here from reports that there's some discussion going on because there was the expectation that a particular name of a civilian female was supposed to be on that list. It appears she is not on this list, so we are expecting some more clarification and details on that. And we understand that the Prime Minister's office will comment on this later. What will also be happening then, once this exchange or this release will take place, that another element of this ceasefire deal will come into motion. That is, on Sunday, it is expected that Palestinians that were displaced during the war to the south of Gaza will then be allowed to move back to the north. So we're expecting hundreds of thousands of displaced Palestinians making their way back to northern Gaza. It is unclear yet the details how they will cross the so-called Netzarim corridor. This is this military road that was created during the war, and whether they have to go through checkpoints there. So all of these are parts, these elements are part of the ceasefire deal, and tomorrow will be the second expected release of those 4 female hostages.
Tanya, thank you so much for that. Stay with us for just a moment. I want to bring everyone up to speed with some other news out of Israel, and then we will come back to Tanya Kramer in Jerusalem. So Israel has now indicated it won't withdraw all of its troops from southern Lebanon by this weekend's deadline set in its ceasefire deal with Hezbollah. Israeli forces have been operating inside Lebanon after it agreed to that ceasefire last November, ending more than a year of hostilities. The Israeli government said the Lebanese army had not moved fast enough to secure the area, compelling Israel to delay the withdrawal. Israel has asked for a 30-day extension to the original deadline. So let's speak with Tanya Kramer in Jerusalem about Israel's decision here. Tanya, help us understand exactly what Israel has said about this, why they've decided not to withdraw troops from southern Lebanon.
Yeah, this is sort of the first public statement actually we have about this. There had been a lot of speculation that Israel wants to see an extension of this 60-day ceasefire, and the deadline was expected to be on Sunday. Now, the reason given in this statement from the Prime Minister's office is that Lebanon has not fully enforced its obligations. Basically, what Israel is saying that the Lebanese army is not fully deployed in all of southern Lebanon, and in the meantime the Israeli army is still in southern Lebanon, and also that also of course entails that the withdrawal of Hezbollah to north of the Litani River. Now, Israel has said this is coordinated with the United States, but we haven't heard yet from the Lebanese government and from Hezbollah about that.
And Tanya, what are the wider implications of this? Could that mean that the conflict between Israel and Hezbollah might once again flare up?
Well, this could be the case. As I said, we didn't hear yet a response, also not from the, to this statement from the Prime Minister's office, because there's also, the interpretation of one of the clauses in this ceasefire deal. Here, the understanding is that the clause that says 60 days could be extended, and I think we also heard in the past weeks that Hezbollah is not or is opposed to an extension of that. So obviously here in Israel, the army has said they're fully prepared for every scenario, but I think it's too early to tell. And we have to wait for a reaction to that from the Lebanese government and also from Hezbollah.
Our correspondent Tanya Kramer in Jerusalem. Thank you so much for that update.